money since I was a jit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my 50. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the VIP. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Uptown Charlotte at rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? Let's get it.
Mike, I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5.
58, right over there, right over there. 58, right there.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Right there, right there. 54, Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
To throw again, Newton. And his throw here's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. But now it's 3rd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20.
Hey, let's get it for Perkins. Set. Stand back.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Jameis to throw it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
54, Mike, 54. Watch the run, watch the run. Good shot, baby, that's a baby shot. Great. 54's Mike.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Zoom. I got you. Mike 5-4.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Levante David. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Switch it.
3rd and long, it's Newton. Steps away to his left. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. I talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower postgame. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. A first down throw for Winston. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Jameis now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he gets it down to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
And it's 3rd down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Wait. Hey, check 59.
Now Winston. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
At their own 19-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go. He's coming.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
3rd and 10.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Right there. Gun. Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm touching. Mike's 54. Now get it. 20.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Mike 58 right there. Hey. Check. Gun. 20. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Out of the gun, Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Forced out to his left. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 3rd and short to give it a tight end. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me. Wait.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's Samuel, caught left side. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Great. 45, Mike. 45. Great. Check. Fresno. Echo.
Looking to throw again on second down. Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Newton on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Carolina getting set to take the field. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Coming left is Kamara. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Watch the glass. 49, check 49.
And to give this time to the tailback. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Newton. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Right here.
A final shot before the break. Newton. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Working out of the gun, Winston. Going up top. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hit. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Check 24. Watch the safety creep. We got it.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Alvin Kamara, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Gano the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. From the gun, Winston. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Winston. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Not a big deal on that one, just your everyday 67-yard punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 29-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Give me that ball, defense. Check. Gun.
On 1st and 10, Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Greg.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Throwing again. Newton. Buying time to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
8.
And now look at him go. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And they will take a 7-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Winston being chased out left. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
3rd and 11.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Winston now. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But the last one, man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. Ready? Coming. Tighten up. Great.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch out. Great.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Even.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. A big run there by Jones. 65 yards on the ground. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first. They need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They give it off here to the tight end, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Play fake. Winston eluding the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Check it out, Reed.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. And that is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Hey, 58. Gun. 58's the money. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you.
2nd and 10. Newton again. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. William Golston. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Check. Deuce. Hopper. Express. 20.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Needed. They would have loved one. Because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the wet it out on the sideline.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 11 now. Winston, he sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike 54. Hey, 5-0.
Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by James Bradbury. Well, you can see what they were trying to do, just send those guys out there to make a play, but that is a costly interception.
Yeah, that's kind of like the backyard. Everybody go deep, and let's see if we can find someone. 4 verticals in the route. Any other time of the game, I love the call, but here, you're not going to hold safeties, you're not going to hold corners with any looks, because they know what the situation is, ends up throwing the interception.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Newton. Flush to his right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
That's it. 180. 58, right there. Tackles. Shoot.
They run it again with Kamara. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 16 yards, a 1st down.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. He hit his first, this one from 38. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it's just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Panthers, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.